Hello, I'm Exception. You may know me as the editor to hit YouTube video Quint Switches Sports a Lot. I'm making this very formal introduction here because due to the events of last Sunday Factorio stream, I kind of went a little bit over the deep end and performed some engineering abominations and in parallel lost my sanity for a little bit there. So I've decided that we need to take this next session with a bit more of a calm, grounded, well-reasoned touch of reality so that we can fix the mistakes of our past and develop to a better future of things. Anyway, let's begin with the actual playing of the game. I haven't actually looked at the map since last stream. Normally I do that just to remind myself what was going on, but I wanted to look at this with a pair of fresh eyes, publicly, just so that we can start working out what went wrong and how to fix it. So, without further ado... Oh, goodness me. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Alright, so... When we last did anything, we invented a marvelous new technology known as advanced oil processing and promptly used it to create an abomination. All in all, good times were had by somebody, I hope. It occurs to me that we never made an output for our this. So let's build an output for our this. We ran out of long-handed inserters. I remember that. There we go. There we go. The factory is factorizing. The big question right now is if this will eventually fill up properly with everything. Oh, goodness me, I remember the car. Oh, man. Ay. What have I done? Yeah, there's coal in here, there's barrels. This is full of water, so it's not doing anything. The output barrels are probably somewhere far upstream. Are they? Yes, here they are. They're going here. They're going... No, this is the lubricant pipeline. I want the water barrel pipeline. That goes up here, up here, up here, up here. It goes this way to here, which should then just be the normal water. Yes, and this is working. It is perpetually acquiring new water. It may be prudent to add more barrels to the system, just to be sure that no bottlenecks happen due to a lack of barrels. All that requires is me stealing some steel from the local steel plant. Make a lot of barrel. Yeah, I've done things. I have made things happen. I have caused events to occur. The world may never be the same. The consequences of my action shall reverberate through time. But, like, weirdly enough, it's working. I think. Like, the light oil is successfully being brought down here, where it is being converted into petroleum and made into plastic. Like, it's all working, it's just a monster. This is such a thing. This is such a thing. I've made a monster. I think I mapped that right. Let's go put down some electric poles. Get some solar power. Anything to just sort of endure this mess. I'm gonna get some laser turrets while I'm here. We really need to start thinking about tidying this up. This is unconscionable. How do we do that? Well, step one, electricity. Our pollution footprint is mostly confined to the north, though we did have some south attacks earlier. Probably just because we haven't needed a lot of copper from the copper mine in a bit. It's a bit intermittent. We are going to need 3 of these. Put this tree here. There we go. And now the electricity. Good. Now we have power. I mean, we had power before, but now we have more power. Apparently 19 megawatts of it. That's pretty darn good, actually. We've been holding steady on our power supply for a while. I suppose we haven't really been working on any major production projects in a while. Regardless, I would still feel comfortable temporarily disconnecting the steam engines for a bit, just to see what that does to the system. Currently nothing. Solar panels are perfectly capable of filling in what gaps there are. And just to confirm, the solar panels are attached to the entire factory. Yes, barely. There's no connection between here and here other than going all the way around through a dinky little line of long big electric poles. So I'm just going to put another one here, just to be safe. I should probably take the filter inserters as well. Ooh, almost got run over. Instead, I just got run into. This mine down here is down to its last leg. It is almost entirely tapped out. I'm going to use that as the signal to transition to this drill right here. But what we really need is a better infrastructure for transporting items and having dedicated zones where things are made. What's the lubricant train looking like right now? It's 102.58. Is it still filling? Empty. Empty. The oil train has left. That's a good sign. It means that the oil train has no complications with it. This is such a monstrosity. And for what? Wait, your stops because you have no iron? But there's iron right... Ah. Missed one. Alright, that one's on me. This one also technically my fault. You've got everything you need. Except you're not being put in the dang... okay. Yeah, go into here. Thank you. Wow, past self really was just out of it, was he? Please. Go up here, okay. No, 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 that's the wrong train. This is a monster. I've made a monster. I live in fear of what I have created. I need a new car. I used my old one to solve a logistics problem. Where's my auto dealer? There's my auto dealer. One more from either of you. Thank you. Hello. Okay. One vehicle. Where's the car? There's the car. Darn cliff. There we go. Okay, I think we're starting to get our groove back. We're starting to understand what's going on, what's at stake. I'm driving the car into trees. Everything feels normal. We can work with this. We've extended our laser defense. Everything's going fine. I am afraid of my own factory now. It has grown too powerful. Let's start thinking on how to redesign this. We have this whole advanced oil processing station. And a lot of this is necessary. But not all of it. We can imagine a world where the only output of this oil refinery is the lubricant and sulfur. The idea is that we take the petroleum, put it into the sulfur machine. We take the light oil, crack it down to sulfur, and then crack it down to petroleum, and then put it in the sulfur machine. And the heavy oil goes into lubricant, which goes into, the barrels. Now we do still need this this assembly machine to bridge the gap, because otherwise there's literally not enough space. But it doesn't really have to go that far. We could put the unbarreler, like, over here. Then crack it to petroleum, crack it to sulfur immediately. Then the sulfur can be picked up, shipped to wherever, and be used for any of its sulfur-related purposes. Which in my mind is just sulfuric acid and then battery. Or sulfuric acid to, who knows what. There is a potential argument to be made that we make the sulfuric acid at the same time, but water can be acquired anywhere where there's a lake. And sulfur and sulfuric acid, well, sulfuric acid and then batteries are just iron and copper alongside that. So that's just another physical material that we know how to carry around. So I reckon we make a sulfur train. Or, like, just one oil refinery. Powered by, I guess, water from somewhere. Which inputs the crude oil and then the water from a nearby lake. And outputs sulfur in one train and lubricant in another. And as long as we're using that sulfur for something, we should be good. It sort of requires us to use the sulfur, though. Which makes me wonder if instead of it being a sulfur production, it should be coal production, or not coal, plastic production. Because plastic is used in advanced electric circuits. And advanced electric circuits, or electronic circuits, I forget which. It's just advanced circuit. Okay. Advanced circuits are used in several places. They're just an ingredient you need. It's even an ingredient for science. And we're going to be needing science for the rest of the game. The only wrinkle to that is that it needs coal. But I think that's fine. In fact, one could argue for the use of coal liquefaction. As soon as I figure out where it's actually at. Have we not unlocked it? Is that a technology? It might be a technology. But there's a way to liquefy coal. And if we do it, it could, maybe make the coal processing a little easier. Where is that technology, by the way? Here's rocket fuel. Oh, rocket fuel is made with light oil. That's, that puts a damper on things. It's fine, it's fine. Where's coal liquefaction? It's probably an advance in the oil processing pipeline. So where's that? There's oil processing. Where's the advanced oil processing? Oh, there it is. Here's coal liquefaction. Oh, it needs purple science. It uses heavy oil and steam and coal to make heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum. Interesting. Not the most direct benefit. I mean, plastic's easy. It's just petroleum. Some coal. Got your plastic. Low density structure is made out of plastic. Wait, what's rocket fuel? Solid fuel and light oil. Solid fuel can be made out of any particular oil. Oh, here's an idea. Instead of it being lubricant and plastic or lubricant and sulfur, we can make it lubricant and rocket fuel. The rocket fuel will come from the light oil, and the rest will come from the petroleum. Well, I wonder if the ratio is good for that. I'm not sure. Oil processing is always such a pain because it's the one situation where you need to balance your outputs because you might have too much of one. We truly need, at the end of the day, is a way to safely balance. Like, we want to have unlimited lubricant output, which means we effectively want to remove the effect of the other outputs from the system. And we can only do that using light oil and petroleum byproducts. We can convert light oil to petroleum, which gives us a very straightforward output, but I don't think we can just waste petroleum in like a meaningful way. I suppose we could turn it into solid fuel and then just burn it in a burn wasting machine. Actually, let's work on those ratios real quick. I want to see what it's like. Advanced oil processing gives us... I'm actually going to write these down. And by write them down, I mean use Notepad. So advanced oil gives us 25 heavy, 45 light, and 55 petroleum. $45, $55. Oh, yeah. Low density structure finished. Press T. In the interest of the science that I'm currently pursuing, let's get rocket fuel. Now, converting any of it to solid fuel, it requires 10 light or 20 of anything else. to make one. Yeah, I guess it's one. Interesting, interesting. So 20 heavy and light and petroleum. Now, light oil cracking requires 30 light and makes 20 petroleum. $30 light makes 20 petroleum. And then rocket fuel is 10 solid fuel and 10 light oil. So, as a whole, we've got 25 heavy, 45 light, and 55 petroleum, and we want to convert that into 10 solid fuel, 10 light oil, and then the rest heavy. Preferably. For lubricant. I should probably input heavy oil cracking as well. It takes 20... No, sorry. Heavy oil cracking is 40 heavy into 30 light. Okay, interesting, interesting. What's awkward here is that they all end in 5. Which means that it will take two iterations of oil processing to get us a solid number. So I'm going to double everything for oil processing. That'll give us 50 heavy, 90 light, and 110 petroleum. And these are a lot easier numbers to work with. I don't really have a convenient way of putting these numbers on the stream. Oh, wait, yes, I do. Just, yeah, with this, I'm putting this in like proper notepad. I'm just putting it on the stream. I have that power. Oh, wait, add window. Add window capture. Oh, whoops, I've added it to the wrong theme. I wanted it here. Here we are. Let's just crop off the extra little bits. So, here's the numbers we got so far. We need to get this all the way down to rocket fuel plus some extra heavy. Now, looking at the numbers real quick, it seems like we can very conveniently take increments of 20 of the petroleum and turn them into solid fuel immediately. So let's say that that's we're down to 10 petroleum, and as a result of that, 5 solid fuel. I'm gonna just denote that with an S now. We then have 90 light, which we need to get down to 10. Solid fuel is made out of light at a ratio of 10 to 1. So we could easily go up to 10 of this by removing 50 light. So that's now 40 light, 10 petroleum, and 10 solid. Oddly enough, that's too much. Like, there's too much light left. There's too much petroleum left. Period. We could do one step of light oil cracking to turn 30 of our light into 20 petroleum. So that'd turn us down to 10 light and 30 petroleum. That 10 light and that 10 solid will make the required rocket fuel. But we still have 30 petroleum left over. If we instead take one of the solid fuels from this petroleum instead of the light oil, we'd have 20 and 10 again. Which will get us 10 light, 10 solid. This doesn't help us because the ratios will still be bad. We could take the 40 heavy and turn it into 30 light. This is another problem we have. The problem that the petroleum isn't a solid multiple of 20, and we don't have any way to interact with petroleum other than adding and subtracting 20. So instead, let's double everything again. We now have 100 heavy, 180 light, and 220 petroleum. What can we do with this? We can very naively take the 220 petroleum and turn it into 11 rocket fuel. We then need 9 more and then 20 light oil. Light oil can be converted to solid fuel in 2 ways. Directly, which costs 10, or by converting it into petroleum, which costs 20. Sorry, which costs 30. So we need 9. So we need 160 of petroleum to convert into exactly 9 not rocket fuel, 9 solid fuel. So with 160, all doing the normal method of convert to like direct solid fuel, we'd get 16. Remove so this is for 16 instances of direct. We can remove 3 direct to add 1 petroleum-based. So 160 would also give us 13 direct plus 1 petroleum. The math is mathing. We're mathing here. So for every 3 direct we remove, we add 1 petroleum. Which means there's a net difference of 2. So that's 14. 10 plus 2. And then 7 plus 3. Okay. So in order to do this, we'd have advanced oil processing 4 times. We would then do 3 light oil cracking, 7 solid fuel from light oil. And then 3 solid fuel from petroleum. And then 2 rocket fuel. Now, this is all well and good. The question is, can I balance this? I don't have balancers. Which means I would need to do this via the circuit network. Which means I would need to do this by the circuit. I can make a circuit network for this. Get that off the screen. We don't need it now. How much oil goes in a barrel? 50. It's always 50. It's always 50. It's always 50. Wires. I need my logic network. Okay. How do I split the petroleum? Well, I know the ratio. I will always have 180 petroleum via this method. 20 of it is reserved for the rocket fuel. 70 of it is reserved for solid fuel. And then 90 is reserved for the light oil cracking. Everything else is essentially a straight line. So this is just like a ratio thing. With enough barrels, I can get these up to multiples of 50. In fact, I could just multiply everything by 5. So 100 for rocket fuel, 350 for solid fuel, and 450 for petroleum. Now each one of these is in a barrel of 50, so divide by 50. That would give us 2 barrels of rocket, 14 of salt. Is that right? Hold on. No. I'm going in the wrong direction for that one. 7 for solid fuel. And 9 for petroleum. And that makes complete sense because those are the exact same numbers I had before divided by 10. And because I multiplied by 5 and then divided by 50, that maths out exactly. I probably should have thought of that immediately. So, when I have 18 barrels, 2 goes to rockets, 7 goes to solid fuel, and 9 goes to petroleum. Can I math that? Can I actually do that, though? It's going to be hard not having, like, splitters and chests and stuff. It's going to be a matter of what can I fit where. But if I pull this off, I will have created, like, a perfect ratio and built a factory that builds only lubricant and petrol and rocket fuel. A tough challenge, if I do say so myself. I guess I've gone like the complete opposite direction in all this. Going from some crazy machine invention to just pure rigor on thinking. So what do I have to work with here? Can't connect to chemical plant, can't connect to assembly machines. What do I have to work with then? I'd have to put it all in a container. So I guess I'm using cargo wagons. Where's some iron? I could use some free iron from the factory. Thank you very much. Oh, wait, I just thought of something. You can't attach a cable to a cargo wagon. You'd have to connect it to a train station. Which means I need a train. Which means I need more freaking engines. Apologies to my own factory, I'm stealing all the engines to build a train. Do I have a station? No, but I can build one. This will be the only advanced oil processing I need in the entire factory. It will build me lubricant. It'll build me rocket fuel. Those are two big important end game materials, and they're all going to come from the same place. This is actually very, very good. Okay, so I have a station. I have a train at the station. I have a cargo wagon at the train at the station. This cargo wagon will hold a particular amount of barrels. Preferably 18. But unfortunately, that doesn't ratio. I can multiply it by 5. Get 90. 18, 36, 54. Yeah, it'd be 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, 90. So multiply everything by 5 again, which gets me to 10, 35, 45. See if we can make this work. Oh, hold on. I have an idea. No, ignore that. We're going back to 7, 2. 18. 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Imagine all of these inserters connected together and attached to this station, such that when this station reads that it has exactly 18 or more light oil, all of these activate once and pick up a single one. Wait, it doesn't have to be a single one. The inserters can hold 2. So if they can hold 2... Well, no, it needs to be an odd number. Well, I mean, I can do some of it this way. This one's for the rocket. Then 2, 4, 6, 7 for the solid fuel. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 for the petroleum. Sorry, I'm just using these to sort of color code them real quick. Yes, yes, yes. So these stack sides are all successfully overwritten. Now, connect them all to this dumb thing. And remove these rails. They're just in the way. Now imagine like just a regular line of inserting those barrels. So all these. Read train contents. Do not send a train. Now, all of you, enabled condition, light oil, greater than or equal to 18. I need to reset the stack size for that one and the stack size for that one. Okay. Now when this has light oil in it, these will output at the exact perfect ratio. However, just as an added bonus, I'm going to move that one over here. Destroy that. Put this one to be the one on the line. 2, that's greater than 18. Everything's copied correctly. Good. I'm doing this just so that there's convenient space here. Because the idea is we'll have one unloader here. This will be not sulfuric acid. I want light oil. Hopefully, the fact that these are set to the correct things will will this not work? Because the okay, this one's the rocket fuel. The 7's the solid fuel, so this is the solid fuel. So that can just solid fuel immediately from light oil, like so. Yep, light oil goes in there, solid fuel is made. Go wild. This one, however, is the light oil cracking. And that needs water. And that's a problem, because we can't fit two unbarrelers. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, I was so... Wait. We could do the boiler trick. Oh my goodness. We can do the boiler trick. We can boiler. We put a boiler. We boil it. Where? I am losing my mind. We put the boiler here. It doesn't give, Oh. Oh, yeah. The madness is coming back. The madness. Okay, so, new plan. Rocket fuel will be built over here. This one will just sort of go whoop and put it in. It's fine. That's fine. It's Inefficient space, but it's fine. It works. This, the water, the way the water will get here is via the boilers. And the boilers can just sift right along the bottom into here, and this will be where we get the unbarrel the water. This is so dumb. I love it. So, okay, yes. 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 You keep it together, exception. We're delving the madness, but this is a we're staring madness in the face, but that's purely to confront it. We're fighting the madness. We can do this. We can keep it together. So, first off, reconnect this thing. No, you're the wrong one. We want you. Circuit you up. You are correct. Okay. Going here, they're going here. Just for safety, we're going to go one at a time, just to ensure this works. Good. So just to validate, verify. Light oil empties there. They're brought back in. Empty barrels go here. Empty barrels can come out of the system, like so. So we got petroleum in, we got empty out. Over here we got petroleum in. Empty that barrel. Empty that barrel. You would, once we finish making rocket fuel, go into another assembling machine that makes the rocket fuel. The rocket fuel will be made out of the solid fuel that does not exist yet, but will exist once we crack it using this and this. So you are making solid fuel via light oil. You, as soon as it's finished building, are making solid fuel out of petroleum. You will both output your product, or it will move along the system. Oops, missed. Down here. Into into something. Rocket fuel. Rocket fuel is built in the assembler. So that'll be an assembler. It'll make rocket fuel, but we don't have the recipe yet. That's fine, though. It'll go in here. The solid fuel will go in here. The light oil will come from these barrels. And it will make the stuff. And this will be rocket fuel. Then we need 2 boilers and another assembly machine here. And this will be the water. And the water will come in and out and in and out via the normal sane method for normal sane people. We could alternatively just put this whole thing in a lake, landfill, make a proper shaped area, and then make this an offshore pump. That would fit. But it also seems like a pain. You are emptying water. You're filling the gap. And this is it. We've done it. We've built it. This is the machine. It costs an entire train to do. But this is the perfect ratio. This little module will take an advanced oil processing ratio of light oil and petroleum. Wait. No. Right. A part I missed. The light oil. There's more light oil in the system than this light oil. And that light oil is exactly 220 for 4 oil processing. That can be natively translated into 11 light oil. It doesn't have to be a part of this. It's part of the oil refinery. Okay. So that'll make 11 solid fuel, which will go into here along with this line. Then all the light oil goes to this system, which translates all of it into the more solid fuel, which is needed for the rocket fuel, and the 10 light oil needed for the rocket fuel itself. All of the heavy oil can then be taken by itself somewhere else to be turned into lubricant. That is all we need. That is all that is required. And this is a grand detangling of the monstrosity I made over here. The oil train has left the station. There are no spare oil barrels left. That implies that I did a good job there, and I haven't broken the ratio. Good. So, I guess we just build this backwards a little bit, just to make sure it's all working well. If I put, like, copper in here... What? Oh. Right. You have no standards. You'll do anything. I actually want this reversed then. But that's fine. We caught it early. Could move everything down by 1, but that doesn't really matter. I'll just cross through here. It's okay. You take out only empty barrels. I just want to check if the circuit network is actually correctly reading this. Like, what's in the network right now? Circuit network 5. Yeah, okay, tell me what's in circuit network 5. Wait, I can hover over it. It should tell me. Does this need fuel? Add station. This one. Go. It's reading. Okay. Good. No fuel. It's still reading. Excellent. Now, we just need to build the oil refinery portion of this. Woo! Okay. Advanced oil processing. Petroleum. Made into solid fuel immediately. You're solid fuel now. You go into here. Congratulations. You are a light oil barreler. For you to work, you need to come in through here. Which you can do. And you leave through here. Which you can kinda do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, awkwardly, this is the same vertical alignment. You know what? The real solution is just move all this up by 1. Like, let's not overcomplicate this. Then 1 there, along here. Good. Fill light oil. Make solid fuel. Okay, this is all good. This is all that. Advanced oil processing there. Good, good, good. Next, we need the lubricant. Then there'll be a token amount of barrels for that. Okay. Lubricant. Easy. Then, I'm out of materials, but 1 more assembly machine to barrel that lubricant. Take that out of there. I don't need it. Good, 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 good. So, assembly machine here. Barrel lubricant. So the only places that water needs to go in this factory are here, which is a pain and requires more freaking boilers. Just 1, though. And more freaking assemblers. So we can imagine oil going in here, water going into here and here via some shared system. As soon as I Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Huh? My factory. I'll make monstrosity. Wait, why am I even doing this? I can just go up immediately into there. It's actually a much simpler solution. There. Wait, this isn't logic. That's not how that goes. The water arrives jointly from some third location. That'll work. So yeah, this water will come from some offshore pump or maybe just another train, probably an offshore pump. It'll go to the 2 pumping stations. Then the oil train will sit like here. And the output of the oil train will be like, yeah, let's go back to the station. Woo. And then the input will be like, arbitrarily long snake just to ensure that everything works good. And that'll go in here. So the water's going in here. Barrels are pumping out to an offshore pump that will technically be here, but is not here yet. Oil goes in here. Advanced oil processing happens. Lubricant goes into lubricant. Light oil is barreled. Sent off to who knows where. I know where. It's over here. The light oil in this location is stored up until we get to 18 barrels. At which point, we then dump one into each system, or like a particular portion of each system. This one makes light oil, which goes into the rocket fuel production immediately. This one is turned into solid fuel, which is then pumped around into the light oil production. This one is turned to petroleum, which is then turned into solid fuel, which is then pumped around into the rocket fuel production. I'm saying the wrong nouns everywhere, but you get the point. The point is that this makes rocket fuel at perfect ratio. Actually, I think something warranted would be making a ridiculously long snake for the solid fuel and the petroleum, just to make sure that it doesn't back up, because we're going to need 11 of this stuff before it starts getting to the light oil. And then, rocket fuel can be output from the system up here, along with the petroleum barrel thing. I don't know exactly where those stations will go, but they will probably be nearby. After all, the oil station only has to be, like, here. This is the oil train. We can put other trains just here on the line. In fact, make them go horizontal or something. That'd be wacky. Like, here's the lubricant train. And then just parallel park next to that is the rocket fuel train. Heck, we could use the rocket fuel to fuel the trains here. Like, No, we should use it for actual rocketry. The pieces are finally coming together. I can also turn back this into something sane and reasonable. That'll be nice. Speaking of sane and reasonable, how's the lubricant train going? I'm going to be so happy when I don't have to have this whole system anymore. So just to be clear, this can't be the actual location of the system because the water needs to be on the right side of the tracks, and currently the only water nearby is this section over here. So we'd have to, at the very least, move this over to the left side of this tiny lake. Or we could just rotate the entire assembly. That'd work too. Another thing we could do, if we don't feel like going vertical like this, is that we could have all the trains come in horizontally. In this instance, the station would... Okay, it's not letting me see where the station would go until I put the train down. If I did this... then we could imagine some sort of this system. Apparently not, because the alignment's messed. Can't be doing this with improper alignment. In that case, never mind. The oil train will have to go vertical. There. It'll be a tough fit, but maybe we could do something like that. The rear engine will be at an angle, but we don't really care about the rear engine in this instance. So all that will be needed of me then is just a little... a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. A little bit of that. And that's the lubricant station. Now, since this is literally nothing but the... Oh, wow, that's awkwardly one off. This is nothing but input rocket fuel. This one's easy. There we have it. An entire thing that kind of looks correct. It'll be great. The lubricant train will go here, then it'll leave. The rocket fuel train will go here, then it'll leave to somewhere. Oil train will go in here and out, and here and out, and it'll be good. We've made something really good today. It's a bit crazy, but it's not, like, absolute madness. This is a well-reasoned, sort of necessary components. Empty the water. Wrong one. Empty oil. And this will do it. Even if the ratios aren't perfect, I don't think that's a problem. Because if any part of the light oil system here backs up, it'll just push the others into use. And I think we've got a long enough line of solid fuel that it shouldn't be a problem regardless. And we're 6% away from rocket fuel science. Wow, it required 300. Who knew? I wonder how normal Factorio runs deal with lubricant. I mean, I've done a normal Factorio run. I should know. I've just forgotten. I think my factories usually just prioritize dumping everything into petroleum because that's typically the bottleneck. Because you want so much plastic and so much sulfur that you're just like, oh, when you get lubricant, just whenever you get the chance. Plus, the ability to store liquids is much more convenient when you actually have, like, those big oil drum things. The storage tanks. So you can sort of afford to ignore it as long as you're roughly operating. And you can have circuit networks set up so that when you have too much of one thing, as long as the thing you have too much of isn't petroleum, you can selectively crack things down to petroleum. And that works because you can sort of trust that petroleum's the thing you're going to need the most of. But because this system is so heavily interweaved with, like, all the barreling and systems and stuff, that doesn't really work for me. So I've had the need here to make a lubricant production that is sealed off from the rest of the oil lines. Advanced oil is only happening here, and it's only for the lubricant. And so I've had to build this, like, imperfect ratio system to convert everything that isn't heavy oil into rocket fuel. Simply because it's something dense that I can store a lot of, and because it's the other major end game product we need to beat the game. This crazy machine right here is the machine that makes this challenge run possible. This is our access to the end game. And it's a heck of a lot more elegant than whatever the heck I made yesterday. I could probably tidy this up, do a little extra here and there. I could rotate this solid fuel up so that I can pull these inwards and save space around the sides. I could maybe find a way to insert the solid fuel around the bottom, maybe combine it with this line just to make things more convenient, but it doesn't really matter. This is a solid modular unit, and rocket fuel technology is done. we can now put in this recipe. And this is it. This is the machine I have strived to build. I'm going to get a bit extra material. I want to finish up the rails in the stations just so they're all there in the blueprint when I blueprint it. Though my actual plan for what to do with this is to just maybe rotate it sideways and get my water from here. And for that, it seems like the only thing I need is steel. Gimme. So, 3 stations, bunch of rails, signals for taste. Maybe some more substations as well. Seems like I'm gonna need, I'd say 3 more. Signals in. On the trust that I need no more substations and that this can sort of be separated from everything, I'll just set it like so. Okay, what's missing? This turn? Got it. Okay, here's the out. Here's an in. Here's an out. Here's an in. Here's an out. Here's an in. Here's an out. Here's an in. Alright, that should be signaled correctly. Depending on the grander, like, nature of the rail line this is a part of, I may want to remove these. Otherwise, there'll be some impatient waiters at the door. But this'll do. Alright, let's blueprint. Actually, I'm going to rename this station. Actually, I'm going to rename all of them. Start having actual station names and stuff instead of the default from, like, the Kickstarter or whatever. This will be lubricant logic. Because that's what I'm using it for. This will be lubricant empty oil. Because that's what it does. This one will be lubricant factory fill barrels. this will be lubricant factory. Rocket fuel. All right, the blueprint. Okay, trains, train stop names, everything as it should be. This is the lubricant factory. Now let's pick up all this and push it somewhere else. I thought about what research I want. I want construction bots and personal roboports. I want these things because I want to ensure that when I build something from a blueprint, it has all the factors and like technical systems that I wanted on it. Like all the settings, I just want to make sure they're preserved. And placing it down manually with ghosts doesn't instill me with that confidence. So let's get robotics. Even if it's just one. Even if it's just one guy. That's all I need. I need one construction bot. Ghost rebuild timeout. 168 out. What is this? Oh, right. The timeout for when a ghost is like, okay. Right. They're inventing ghosts have their like decay health bar after they die thing. I remember that. Yeah, I want a construction robot. And I don't even need many, I just want one. At least one. Then I can start using blueprints and it'll be great. Logistics robots will prove to be difficult to use because no chests again. Still the case that that's a difficulty. Just give me one bot. Just one robot, one companion, one friend. And according to the research line, we don't even need any extra science. We just need to build it. And that's easy, if a little tedious. If I'm just building one construction robot, then I can just do this manually. But in the meantime, let's decide where to place it. Oh yeah, this is the old monstrosity. We don't need it anymore, strictly speaking. We've got a new doctrine of how to do this. But I will put it up on the screen just one more time if other people want to do a sulfur-based lubricant advanced oil factory and a factory with no pipes. Hopefully this is informative to you. perish. So where to put it? I conceptually like it here, because the trains can go along. The water that we need for the offshore pumps is readily available. And the trains have plenty of room horizontally to sort of re-maneuver. They can even loop around to the north if needed and not touch the factory. So I think this area right here is the closest we can put it that isn't obstructive to anything. But there's a few trees in the way, so let's get rid of those. This is the most complicated train station system we've made so far, and I think it will officially start our push towards having a real rail infrastructure instead of just haphazardly putting down rails wherever we need to and just hoping it works. Why'd I even connect this? This train doesn't even extend past these tracks. There's no reason for it to connect like this. Anyway. Let's go right up to the water's edge. The offshore pump's right there under the middle substation. That should be fine. And boom. Now all we need is the robot. And the personal roboport. So we'll keep this in reserve until we actually start using it. Well, the lubricant train has everything except the lubricant. Fortunately, that doesn't seem to be a problem with the barrel ratios. It's just taking a while. Very little accumulators. What went wrong? Oh, I see what went wrong. We never inserted them. Once again, I am failing to put in basic inserters that should have been there a year ago. And by a year, I mean a week. Well, while we wait for robotics to finish, as well as the subsequent technologies we need for that, let's go put down some more lasers. Why don't we? We got 50 laser turrets. 52, actually. So 7 should be enough. Oh, right, of course. Where are my manners? Where's my car, actually? Ah, the good old experience of missing where your car is. It's been a while. I'm nostalgic for it from last season. It's the age-old question. Where's the dang car? Oops. Do I have repair packs? I have one. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. That's right, one substation can power 9. Well, okay, one substation is 18 tiles across. And a laser is 2x2. So that's how that math works. Two, 1, 0. You know what? Let's go the extra mile. And that is our first wall. Successfully lasered. We're going to need to do a few more down here, but this is pretty much a defensible position. We should not be expecting any hostiles to be able to approach us from the south for a good while. We've also just been very lucky with our ability to sneak under the radar. Or under the pollution. They don't have radar. We're the ones with the radar. Good stuff. I'm walking in the night. Robotics will be done in about now. There it is. So, stemming from robotics, we want to beeline the personal roboport, which will require us to get construction robots, which is only 100. Easy. That was 75. And this is 100. It's only slightly longer. To pad out the time, I'm going to walk. Grammar, exception. I choose to walk back instead of driving the car, specifically to artificially stall for time. Uh-oh. It's official. This factory is this mine is reaching the end of its days. It's got a decent backlog, but that won't last forever. It's got non-zero output and 0 input. It will decay. So the moment that the lubricant train finishes, I'm going to move it out of here and I'm going to start deconstructing this monster. And put it back to its original intended design. Namely, just petroleum into sulfur. Just as soon as it's done. And then we'll have a solid storage of lubricant for whenever we need to actually use it. Oh, there it goes. Six more, according to the system. That looks correct. Yep. This means I can start ripping out the inserters. Just 3 more. Just 3 more. The problem is it doesn't have enough empty barrels. I can accommodate. Come on, this is the last one. No oil? You've got to be kidding me. We ran out of oil at the last second. Well, at least that's going quite fast. We are strictly limited to the speed at which we can process this, but it's okay. Wait, it's gone. We're full. We're full. We can swap this. We can go back to regular oil processing. I can get rid of a whole lot of stuff. We're free. Okay, put the train to manual. Get it out of here. Not entirely out of here. We want to keep the train line free, but there's an entire station we don't have to care about anymore. Wait, how did the front engine get fuel? Oh, it didn't. I forgot. Oh my god, last week was such a disaster. Last week was such a disaster. Okay, so now it's a matter of conflating the plastic production. Ensuring that it's going so that all of the light oil in reserve gets used up. That'll help a bit. Could also just take all the... This thing is never holding light oil again. So we can take the light oil output. So this is as far as it's gotten. Okay, a little more. Just take more plastic off the line. Make sure this factory is running frequently, just to ensure that the petroleum is being used. Sorry, the light oil. So you play this one. And you are empty now. And you are empty now. So the rest of this can just sort of stay here, I think. Like, there's no real need to destroy it. It's doing its job. We could probably tidy it up a bit, but all we would be doing is just rerouting its pathing. And that's not really the point. But now we can get rid of this water. There. You are now strictly fueled by this oil train down here. This water, however, needs to be addressed. Perhaps even redressed. This is where the line begins to deviate. Start here then. I can now solve my greatest crime. My greatest crime has been solved. And then through this, we can put the water back into the network. And if there's too many barrels, we'll see that on the way up. So is this aligned with this one? No, there's a horizontal alignment difference. So, awkwardly enough, this train will have to continue as is. It's fine though. So that's the factory cleaned up. Everything working as intended, I hope. We'll keep tabs on the situation as it develops, but so far, so good. Can I put some speed modules? All my oil refineries faster. What? Oh, okay, okay. This is what I was wondering. We have too many barrels in the water system. It's so many barrels that there are particular machines that can't empty their barrels because the output line's already full. Much better. Nice, nice. This is actually good rates of production on those components. Feeling good about that. So looking forward to my first robot. So excited. Back at it again with the substations. I think I've done well though. Oh, you know what I can do while I'm waiting? I could set up the water thing. Fill water barrel. Good. Now it's just a matter of piping correctly. Which I just did? No. I have not. Reverse these. Good. Back at it again with the substations. More percent. Blue science. Oh, wait, the speed modules are done. Right, I gotta put those in. There, I put those in. Excellent. Construction robots. Now we want the personal roboport so that we may actually use them. While that's building, let's build our first construction robot using, you know, some assemblies we had lying around. So, what do we need? What's needed in the construction of a construction bot? One flying robot one flying robot frame, and 2 electronic circuits. All right. Wrong thing. Robot frame. Flying robot frame. That requires 1 steel, 2 battery, 3 electronic circuits, and 1 electric engine unit. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I don't have 3. I'll make 3. And an electric engine unit. The electric engine unit is going to require from us stuff. And this is why we have the lubricant train. I'm just going to take 1. Empty it here. And then electric engine unit needs the lubricant, it needs an engine, it needs an electric circuit. There's the lubricant we need. Engine unit. Do I have an engine unit? Yes. Here it goes. Great. Oh, we have our electric engine. Now we can run back up here to our assembly machine that builds the flying robot frame. And put it in there. There's our flying robot frame. Now we build the construction robot. Here we go. It's done. There it is. There is our construction robot. We have one. We can construct with it now, technically, sorta. We can't really. We need a roboport. And technically, we need a personal roboport because regular roboports use the logistics network. And we don't have anything in the logistics network because we can't use chests. By nature of the chestless nature of this challenge run, we will also be going for the achievement logistics embargo. This is quite a bit. This is very much quite a bit. And we're halfway to personal roboport. I am impatient. I want it now. I don't really know how to make it go faster. It seems like our limiting thing is advanced circuits. I have some of those. I can put them in the system. There we go. Enjoy. I've also got some spare plastic if you need. The science proceeds. It's gonna happen. We're gonna make it. We're gonna have the things and they're gonna be great. Hold on a second. I can align this. First question, why are they out of alignment? They're out of alignment because this one's too low. But I can fix that. Ooh, just barely unable to fix that. That is an inconsolable situation. Actually, no, it isn't. I mean, this looks dumb, but it works. So is it really dumb? No, it just looks it. Now everything here can... be shunted down an equivalent amount. Or else I have to go there. It's there. Okay, well that's gonna be an irreconcilable mess. I don't really mind, though. I'm just trying to get the tangle away from the heart of the factory. Oh, there's a tree there. Personal robot port is finished. Now let's get... I don't know. A thing, maybe. Let's start working on uranium processing, actually. Meanwhile... then all this can be sent downwards. Just need one. Just to iron out the little errors. Little pieces here and there. I'm I mean, of course I'm stalling, but I'm stalling unnecessarily now. Like, I have what I need. I just need to build the personal roboport. I need 45 batteries, 40 iron gears, 10 advanced circuits. Well, the advanced circuits are easy. They're right here, and I've already pre-built them. The iron gears just come with the territory of being iron. And I do need iron. You know, let's start making those 40 iron gear wheels while I'm here. Then, the 45 batteries. I have 2. I have walked too far. The batteries should be stocked up here, and we have a stockpile. Excellent. I'll take that. We now have everything we need. Personal roboport. Engage. Wait for it, wait for it. It's here. Oops. Have to right click on that, okay. Personal roboport, where are you at? You fit right there. Charging. Oh, there it goes! Our buddy's moving! There he goes! Alright, it's clear to me I need more electricity production and storage. I need more solar panels, I need more batteries. Look at him go! Just going places. We gotta give this guy a name. We gotta give our little construction buddy a name. Especially if this is gonna be the only construction bot I use. It probably won't, but this moment feels special. What am I gonna name you? I'm gonna name you Lambda. We got a friend. His name is Lambda. He's a good boy. He's building the factory one piece at a time. How is our power? We're kind of like breaking even a little bit. Our night vision goggles are barely functioning. Well, I can build another solar panel using what materials I have on hand. That'll help restore energy, but not store it. It's a start. Man, roboports need a lot. I get why, I'm just... Is there something wrong, buddy? Oh, you missed a rail there, friend. I got you. Here, I'll get the rest for you. It's a very chaperoned construction process. And I'll help along with the simple bits. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stand down here so we kind of build the factory from one direction going outwards. Come back here, put down these... Oh, you have range. Impressive. I guess I can't actually visualize the range because I don't have the network. Pretty cool if I do say so myself. All right, you're gaining power. We're power positive so far. Bonk. You know what? To stop the blinking yellow triangles, I think I'm going to take a step back and find some materials for substations. Get recharged. There you go. What do I need for substations right now? Steel? Steel. Oh, looks like I need a few more. 2 more. Just helping out Lambda. Train time, train time. Do the test. Circuit network is good. Are we done? Oh no, we were just too far. Oh, that's supposed to whitelist oil, right? Yeah, that's the oil train. Oh, I missed one. Good eyes. We did it! We built the factory together as a team. It was very anticlimactic, admittedly, but it was a nice learning experience. We got to make sure that Lambda starts small. Is the pronunciation lambda or lambda for that Greek letter? I just jump back and forth randomly. Both shall be considered valid names for the construction robot, and I will use them interchangeably. Looks like the factory is having a steel shortage problem, which also seems to be having a iron shortage problem associated with it. What's going on with the iron? Oh. Some of the mines are getting exhausted here as well. That's concerning. Though the backlog is still full. I wonder if we're just reaching the inserter throughput of our iron supply now. Interesting. A little concerning as well. I'm about to make it worse because I need steel for the factory. At the very least, I can take my steel from down here in this sort of, like, mysterious side zone. Oh, thank you, Lambda. So now that we have lubricant, we can make the things that we need to make that make sense. I just want to remember what that is. The electric engines are what we need to make rocket silo and probably the satellite itself. I suspect. Wow, it's starting to dawn on me just how technically close we are to the end game. We're not actually, but it feels close because we can make electric engines, and the rocket parts is just low density structure, which we have, rocket fuel, which we just finished, and rocket control units, which is its own research, but is simply made out of processing and speed modules. We're really getting there. Hey, the oil train's back. How's the electricity? We haven't had steam engines for a long time. And it looks like we haven't needed them. The past hour, we've been self-sufficient, except for this little bit of a scare, a few days ago? Half hour ago? I wonder what that was about. It looks like there's a lot of smelting going on. Maybe the copper factory? We actually appear to be going into another round of that now. Yeah, I think it's the copper factory. I think we awkwardly max out our power at around the point where the copper factory activates its smelters. We just managed to catch one. The accumulators are chugging, trying to refill before the night comes. But if this continues like this, I wouldn't be surprised if there are some brownouts. Wait, what? We missed one. Yeah, I'll make this inefficient just to put down a substation in a more opportune location. So what? Oh, yep. There's the blackout. If this is so critical a problem at this moment... And I want to put down even more solar panels. Two more. Hey, we can process uranium now. Now we could technically go into nuclear power, though it'd be inefficient without the enrichment process. It would also take so much science, like, you don't even imagine how much science that would take. So instead, I'm gonna... maybe I could get an exoskeleton. I could get braking force. I could upgrade more speed modules. I can get rockets. I can get more explosive power. I can get robot speed increase. That might actually be helpful. Give Lambda some cardio exercise. There, 48, 48. Put down more solar panels, and hopefully we won't have another blackout. For a while, at least. Put this tree here. Get rid of that tree. Can't they see I'm trying to save the environment? See, the irony there is that trees are the environment that I'm trying to save. I'm also not actually really trying to save the environment. I'm just building a factory and being cool. I just thought it'd be funny that I'm arguing I'm saving the environment while destroying a column of trees. There's more power. We've gone from 19 to 22 megawatts, which will hopefully save us some problems come the next night. I still expect a brownout to occur, but it won't be as severe. Get a bit extra in the accumulator banks before then. I'm making something work. Oh, I've had a really awkward idea on how to make this one work. Did it. Completely unnecessary, but I did it. Perfecting the alignment. I made it happen. A beautiful, well-defined with a little bit of rough edges around the edges grid of substations for the factory. It's unnecessary, it's over the top, and I love it. The only thing it needs to link these two factories together is an electric pole, because they're aligned properly, like vertically, just not horizontally. And I really do not want to move everything over. Yeah, that's not happening. It's fine though, because the result is looking pretty good. Hey, Lambda's faster now. Great. Alright, I remember this conundrum. That way, this one can go straight up. This can go straight across. This is as far as I'll be able to push it, which is fine. Anyway, work robot speed is done. Let's get another. It really does look nice once it actually is all aligned and stuff. Oh, speaking of down here, I wonder if the bottom... Yeah, the bottom cargo wagon has been emptied. We can remove this now. Has electricity. Looking good. No problems last night. Because we're going to need them eventually, let's build all the electric engines we can with the lubricant we have now. It's 15 per. We have 485. That's good for like a 2-digit number. And to fill that up, we're going to need electronic circuits and engine. So really what we need is engine. I will steal all of the engines that I can find. Really should build another engine constructor. Everything is going well. Perhaps we can put some, these water barrels into production. Or into the system. Into circulation was the word I wanted. Found it. There, I reckon that's a good balance. Now we just need the oil train. We don't have a spare oil train. Let's empty all the barrels we have on our person. How am I going to empty the barrels I have on my person? Easy. I'm going to use a barrel emptier. So the idea is empty water. Then we'll put it into this chemical plant that would be creating light cracking. Then we just dump them in here. Then it's full. Easy. Just delete that. Put it back down. Heavy oil cracking. Okay, actually the problem seems to be that this is full. Well, then change the recipe to emptying water. Then change the recipe to emptying light oil. Then change the recipe to emptying light oil. And just like that, all our barrels are empty. Okay, so I acknowledge that the train's network is going to be a bit of a mess for a moment, but I just want enough rail so I can move the lubricant train to where it eventually will be expected to operate. So I'm going to be taking manual control over the train and just moving it to its eventual proper station. There. Whitelist empty barrels. So on the assumption that this entire facility was functioning right now, we would be filling up the lubricant train with lubricant. It'd be working if it worked, is basically what I'm saying. That said, I would really like it if I could test this station. I don't know if I have the means to. I can at least put a wagon here. But what I really need is an oil train. I could get one. Have any grenades? Yes, I do. Come on. Any more grenade potential? Yes. Just get these out of my way. Plastic train's been temporarily rerouted. I've got a plan. Oh, wow, it stopped on a dime when I do that. Interesting. Either way, you're being set to manual for the moment. Your mission is now to go here. Manual. So, if I'm right, this should work. If I'm wrong, devastation. Also, this won't work. Forgot to put barrels in the system. My bad. Now, this all hinges on if I'm right about how the electric circuit works. The logistics network works. Sorry, the circuit network. The green wire. The moment this hits 18, we should see this kick into action. $14, $15, $17. One more. Here it comes. Yes! Yes! What? Oh, sorry. It was rotated the wrong way. Wow, that takes forever. And you are full. $23, huh? Well, it works. It's slow, but it works. Let's make it faster. The factory has stalled because we're full on lubricant, which is understandable. but I think it's working. That is incredible. I'm real proud of this, if this is working. It looks like it's working. It's making the ingredients, but the question is if it's, like, properly ratioed and stuff. Two more after this, so we've made a grand total of 9 rocket fuel out of this. Which makes sense. Rocket fuel is made in bulks of 2, and the factory is stalled before it could make another, like, contiguous unit of light oil. So it makes sense that it would stop at an odd number. And the fact that we're at 15 here and there are a lot of solid fuel left is another point towards this is how it's supposed to be. Not by much, since that's all the solid fuel that's left. Okay. I'm calling that a win. Check me out, I won today. We've created an experimental new factory that makes lubricant with only rocket fuel as a byproduct. Great. I love it. For now, though, I think I'm going to choose to be done. It's been 3 hours. Oh my goodness. I'm not even correct about how many hours it's been. It's been 3 hours, and I had a good time. Factorio at this late stage, I feel like is maybe less entertaining to watch because it's mostly just me thinking and stalling for time by doing whatever I can to get out of doing my actual responsibility, which is expanding the factory. So maybe I shouldn't keep having it be the Sunday thing. Since I suspect the Sunday thing is the one that most people will watch, I want it to be the one that I think most people will like. I thought about doing this last week where I moved Factorio to a different day, but then, all of a sudden, I went nuts, and I thought, hey, going nuts is entertaining. I don't know. I elect to be done today, at the very least. Thanks for showing up, though. Had a good time. Bunch of nice stuff happened. We built a good new factory, and I feel like we've atoned for the heresy that we did last week in the the associated madness episode. So I'm gonna go. I had a good time. Catch y'all next stream, whenever that is. Probably Tuesday, maybe Thursday if it's not Tuesday. Got no reason to. Well, actually. Alright, there's factors involved. Tuesday is seeming more likely than Thursday at this point. Um, I don't know. I'm just gonna go. If you haven't seen it, I edited an entire YouTube video. It's called Quint Switches Sports a Lot. It's my first edited thing. You should go see it. I liked it. You'd probably also like it. People who I've shown it to liked it. People who I didn't show it to but watched it anyway also seem to like it. Hopefully you'll like it. I'm gonna go. I'm exception. This isn't TV. Have a good day and good night. I forgot how to transition scenes. Hold on. My brain blanked. I remember now. Here we go.